Ooh, I think I got it right on go. I always get thrown off with Jet.
Yeah.
He counts down, and then like his go is like drawn out, and I don't know if I should go when he starts or when he ends.
Yeah, because he's always like 3, 2, 1, go.
Exactly.
You're like, wait, where?
Now that he's not here, we should just rag on him the entire time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, did we bring the paper shredder?
It's still right here, actually. Now it's
Nice.
plugged in. Yes, the Jet Black Paper Shredder is back.
Nice.
Hmm.
Back and shreddier than ever.
Exactly. I think it's funny that he actually didn't tell us where he's going or what he's doing.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's either working for the CIA
Mm-hmm.
or, something to do with like a murder trial or something.
Yeah. He probably is actually out just murdering someone, like Dexter style or something.
Oh, Dexter. What a disappointing show.
What? Wait, okay, don't spoil it, because we're on season 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I won't say anything.
Okay. So, I assume you watched everything?
I have. Right till the very, very bitter end.
Season 8's the last season, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on Netflix, so we're going to finish it up soon. I mean, I like it so far. I hope it ends out well.
Well, I'll tell you what. You watch the end and let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
And just know that I'm literally like just bursting here, not saying anything to you.
That's fine. Let's see. Like, we're in season 7, so, at the end of season 6, Deb saw him kill Doomsday Killer.
Yeah.
And now they were digging up some bodies on the beach, something like that. And that's kind of where we left off. Like the Russian mafia guy's in jail. He just got thrown in jail. And like, I'm curious where this season's going. I don't really know. I mean, the villain or the big bad seems so arbitrarily placed.
Yeah.
But
well, you'll find out.
Okay, great. Yeah. I like it though. It's good. Entertaining show.
Yeah. I would say I enjoyed Dexter. I won't say any more, but
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite season?
Season 4.
Season 4 was John Lithgow.
Trinity Killer.
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
That's a good one. I like that one too.
I like that one, and I like the. Actually, I would say I liked pretty much every. I didn't like the Julia Stiles season.
That was right after.
Yeah, season 5.
Yeah,
but I liked 1 and 2, and I liked 4. I'd probably say 1, 2, and 4 my favorite seasons.
Mm-hmm. I like season 3 with is it Jimmy Smits? Is that the guy?
Oh yeah.
Miguel in the show.
Yeah.
Just because I like him as an actor, but
I do too. I like it. He was in he is, I guess, still in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. So
I know him from that random role in Star Wars, like the new ones.
Oh yeah.
He's like some general or captain. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got one of those faces.
Exactly. He's a face man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably start. Yeah, this B-reel he's gonna have to cut out.
No, Matt and Jason's movie review.
Yes, exactly. This could be a whole new aspect for us. So do you want to do the intro or want me to do the intro?
It's up to you.
You do the intro.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 35 of the recurring Bosscast. I am Matt from Biff Band Pop and the Screaming Ego. With me is Jason from Inside Gaming Daily and Slick Gaming.
Hello, how's it going?
And noticeably absent is Jet.
Jerk.
We don't know where he is.
Yeah, he didn't tell us where he was going.
No, he just up and disappeared.
I'm pretty sure his email was just like, I can't do these days, I can only do this. And we're like, oh, all right, we'll see ya.
Yeah, we're like, what is... like some day that doesn't exist that he just suggested to us. We're like, nope.
Can't do that. Oh, well, then I guess it's you guys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have our own theories on where Jet is right now.
Yeah.
But we do have the trusty paper shredder with us.
It's true. It's buzzing away. We've been using it frequently, so good job, Jet. You got that going for you.
Jet Black Paper Shredder. Yeah, so we are doing, episode 35. Wow.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was thinking about it a few days ago, like... even if we stop now, like that's a solid year and a half of doing this almost, and that's pretty cool.
It doesn't even feel like a year and a half.
I know it doesn't. Like I remember Jet contacting me and talking first on Skype, and it was like an interview process almost, but not really, and it seems like it was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Weird. He has that effect on people.
He does. I remember the same thing, getting the call from him on my cell phone. Hey man, want to do a gaming podcast?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course.
Getting the call like it's some like Academy Award nomination.
Yeah. Getting the call for Team Canada or something. At the
exactly.
Olympics. Yeah.
The Olympics are coming up. Are you excited for the Olympics?
I'm excited for hockey.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Olympic person.
Right.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of like a lot of the different sports that are in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm Canadian, so I don't mind curling. And
Hey, curling's awesome.
Yeah, I do. I like curling. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of the other things. I'm interested in like who wins medals and whatnot.
Right.
But, or if there's any. Generally, there's some sort of like heartfelt story that comes out of it, or
True.
Something notable. But yeah, and then we're doing the Olympics at work. We're doing all that highlights and clips and stuff from it at work. So I'll be immersed in it. But yeah, mainly only really interested in hockey.
I assume you're following the Canadian hockey team?
Yes, Team Canada.
Cool.
Yeah, so we will have a bitter clash because I'm assuming you're following the American hockey team.
I don't know. I don't really follow it that much, but I mean, is the Canadian team and American teams, are they looking good or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think they look good every year. It's always just sort of who else is, what other teams are decent. A lot of other teams have been getting better. Like, you get your Swedens and your Russia. And
Russia.
And whatnot. So it'll be interesting. to see.
That's cool. I was really impressed the last Winter Olympics with Shaun White and how he won the gold. I want to say it was, I don't know what they call it, like the half pipe thing where you just go down and do tricks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but like he had already won the gold and didn't need to do his third set, but he did it anyways and did this like amazing like 1080 or like some crazy like spin move that had never been done before and like just obliterated his older scores even though he'd already won. And I was like, man, this guy is like awesome. So I want to see what he can follow up and if he can do it again.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, regardless of being an American, it was just, for someone to be so in control of that sport, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that Shaun White has a net worth of like $20 million.
That's it?
Yeah,
like
endorsements. Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah. But
apparently, yeah. Have you ever been to the website Celebrity Net Worth?
No, I didn't even know it existed.
Oh my God. It's like, it's so addictive.
Well,
basically tells you like what everybody's worth and why they're worth that much.
Well, what's something surprising?
Like randomly, 50 Cent apparently, made some money off rapping, but he's made like 90% of his fortune off of a vitamin water endorsement.
Oh my God. What vitamin water endorsement? I don't even know.
I don't even know. It was something he put his name on and it was like a 50 Cent thing or whatever. And then the company got really, really big and his shares skyrocketed. And
that's funny. I was hoping you'd say something like he made his money from blood on the sand.
Oh, I hope. Yeah. No, we're not that lucky. We won't be getting a sequel, I don't think.
The trilogy will never happen. But
yeah.
That's cool. I'll check it out later. I didn't know that.
For sure. We should probably get to games, though.
Oh, yeah. We get sidetracked. Jet keeps us on rails. So
I know. Without Jet, we're just flying off the rails.
Yeah.
All willy-nilly here.
So what's going on with you?
Yeah, so I know you played it a while ago, but I actually just got into DuckTales, the remastered version.
Oh, man. That music.
So good. I know.
It's so good. So did you do what I did, and when you turned it on, you just left it at the main menu for a little while to listen?
Absolutely. And I watched the little car go down the street and like turn the corners and whatnot. Yeah. I was playing it, or I turned it on and I was listening to it, and Liza was in the living room and she's like, "What are you playing?" And I said, "What do you think I'm playing?" She's like, "Oh my God, is that DuckTales?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's the remastered version." So, and she comes over and she's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Yeah, she's a huge Nintendo fan. So the music struck a chord with her. No pun intended.
Yeah, I was like, well.
Yeah, so I've been playing that. I haven't beat it. I've got through, I think I did Transylvania and I did the Himalayas and I did the Moon.
Right. The Moon. So you have like the jungle and what is the other one?
Something else.
The desert? I don't know what the other one is.
The jungle. Remember.
I hated the jungle because it was kind of dumb.
Oh, the Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's left, but I'm looking forward to it. It doesn't seem like it's a very long game.
No, it's not. I think like to unlock everything, you definitely have to play through twice.
Oh yeah, for the money and whatnot.
Yeah, you've jumped into the money pit, right?
Oh yeah,
hilarious!
Numerous times.
Yes, it's so fun.
It's so funny because like all the things that you get throughout the game are just scattered throughout.
Yeah, I like how he like swan dives in. It's so good.
And when I first jumped, he didn't actually do the animation until like halfway down. Mm-hmm. So halfway, I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool! Oh my God, it's awesome! He's doing the dive." That's
cool. Yeah, that's a remake done right. I mean, they need to do more games like that. That's so much fun. Yeah,
it is. It's I find too, like specifically with the wind. Well, actually, we'll get into it later. So
no problem
with our topic of the week.
Foreshadowing.
I also played a little bit of Don't Starve. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, that's relatively new.
It is, yeah. They just did PS4. It's one of the PlayStation Plus instant game collection games this month.
Cool.
And I played a bit of it. It's interesting. It's like you have to sort of build. You have to collect, things around the world and then build stuff with them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But then all the while you have to avoid the night. It's kind of, I guess it's sort of like Minecraft without, being Minecraft. So, but you build things with like rocks and stuff that you find around. You build axes and chop down trees and get wood. Then use the wood to build other things, specifically campfires at the beginning of the game so it doesn't get too dark. I haven't really gotten too far in it, but I find that, like personally to me, I think it's probably going to take a lot more time to get into it as far as building some of the more advanced things. Because I watched somebody playing it on YouTube, and that guy had so many more things than I had, and I had no idea how he got them. He's like, so kind of cool. And I also played a game called Super Motherload.
It's more like I've heard of that one.
So it's kind of like, so you're basically a drilling machine, and you're drilling under the earth you're on Mars, I should say, and you're drilling through the soil and stuff to pick up, gems and, other random things. And then there's this sort of backstory where, people were on Mars before and certain things happened and like outposts got sabotaged. And then there's these people that you don't know who they are. And there's secret things happening all over the place. So you're sort of, as you're digging deeper, you're sort of unearthing more about the mystery that's going on the planet. It's kind of cool. It gets pretty difficult because you have all these sort of strategic bombs, like bombs that'll only go off in T shapes, and then bombs that'll only go off in line shapes and whatnot. So trying to get to certain parts of the map, and then there's certain things that don't blow up with bombs, and certain things that only certain bombs blow up and other bombs don't. So you have to try and collect all these things and get as much money and whatnot as possible. But you have to sort of be really strategic about it by using, if you use the wrong bomb, you'll blow up the treasure instead of actually getting it. So yeah, and then the backstory is kind of cool as well. So been having fun with that. I got to a point though where just, there's fuel and you can run out of fuel, and it's so annoying because like you get to a certain part and you'll only have like half an inch to go and you're out of fuel and you have to go all the way back to the last outpost to get fuel and then find your way back to where you were.
That sucks.
So yeah, I took a bit of a break from it, but I think I'll probably go back to it and see how far I can get.
Was that also on the Instant Game Collection?
That is just, I bought that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's also on the PS4 though.
Yeah. Sweet.
Hey man, what about you?
I was lucky enough to score some games for review, but they're just older ones. So I kind of quickly ran through NES Remix and Dr. Luigi on the Wii U.
Nice.
And I know Jets played NES Remix, and I feel like he kind of liked it when I was watching his videos, but it's cool. It's such an interesting concept, and it makes so much sense that it's the biggest surprise that it hasn't happened earlier.
Yeah.
And it really reminds me of in the WarioWare games, like the Nintendo themed mini games. It's just pretty much a whole bunch of those.
Yeah.
And
that style of game lends itself really well to the sort of like time attack and all that kind of stuff too, right?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like just playing like Zelda like really fast, or doing these three things in sequence is pretty cool. So the game's really fun, and I think if you have a Wii U and you like NES games, you might as well buy it because it's $15 and it'll give you a good, I don't know, 3 or 4 days of fun games. But there's not much replay value once you beat it, unless you really like beating your fastest time or whatever. So there's that, but it's cool.
So it just becomes sort of like a leaderboard style thing afterwards.
Yeah, I don't remember if there's online leaderboards, but you have kind of like the mobile strategy, like Angry Birds, where you get 3 stars depending on how well you do. Okay. So you get the stars. More of a
perfectionist thing.
What's that?
More of a perfectionist thing.
Exactly. You can get 3 stars, and then the more stars you get, the more games you unlock, or the more modes or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty much just once you get them all, it's like there's nothing else to do. But the ride there was really fun, so that's cool. And then I played a lot of Dr. Luigi too. It's essentially Dr. Mario, which is awesome because it's one of my favorite puzzle games. And the only real difference in this game is that there's the Operation L mode, which has you, instead of throwing down the like 2 colored pills, you throw down like an L-shaped pill, like for Luigi. Yeah. And it's the same gameplay, but that little change, because instead of your pill being 2 blocks big, it's now 3 blocks down and 1 block over big. It kind of changes up the whole way you play, because any strategy from the original no longer works. So it's kind of cool. And then included in the game, there's also the retro remedy mode, which is essentially Dr. Mario. And then there's a mode where you use the touchscreen on the gamepad to control the pills that fall down as you match them with the viruses. And I mean, it's fun. Like, if you like Dr. Mario, you might as well get it because it's a really great version. It looks really good in HD. And there's, strange enough, there's actually online play, but I wasn't able to get anyone to play. But I mean, if you have friends, you can invite friends to play, so that's kind of cool. And I really like the series because the music was really, really infectious. That Dr. Mario theme is pretty much awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's there, and then there's some pretty cool music too. So all around, it's an okay package.
Right on.
And then I'm really upset Jet's not here now because Laura and I have been playing a lot of Skylanders Swap Force.
Yeah, that's his territory.
Yes, Jet territory. It's awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought he said he liked it.
Yeah, I thought so as well. I think it was Infinity that he had a problem with.
It was what that he had a problem with?
Disney Infinity.
Oh,
I think there were certain aspects of Infinity he had a problem with. But I think he likes Swap Force.
Yeah, I like it too, and it's probably one of the best ones. It's probably the best one. Each one actually got better than the last. So I think if you start with Skylanders Swap Force, you're playing one of the best ones. And it's all about gimmicks. Like, you're just swapping the characters out, and that's the big gimmick, big change. But this one actually offers up some variety of gameplay, just because you can finally jump, which is actually revolutionary, which is sad.
Yeah.
But like, it's really cool, and being able to bring back the characters from the old games and like see them again, you kind of get this like nostalgia for Gil Grunt that you've been playing with for the entire series, and it's fun that way. So I think we're only maybe not even a quarter of the way through, so there's a ways to go. But each level is crazy long. Like, if you're gonna play through a stage, it's got like 40 minutes of gameplay, like for each one, and there's got to be at least a dozen to go through.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and then there's like there's probably another dozen arena modes. There's co-op arena modes. There's like time trial things. There's so many upgrades. There's like so much crap to do that you could probably play this until the next one comes out.
That's not bad.
Especially if you have all apparently 244 toys to go along.
Yeah, really. Is it? It's bigger than all the rest of them?
Yeah,
it's the biggest game.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, the modes that they brought back were some of the ones from Skylanders Giants, and I actually don't know if they added any extra particular modes. But with the Swap Force characters, there's specific little mini games that only they can do, and there's a variety of them. Like, there's one where you have to climb up a wall while dodging falling projectiles. There's one that's essentially a racing game. There's one where you're kind of bouncing around the screen like a pinball, trying to get into these small like crevices to get to the next area. And they reward you with like stat boosting hats and extra gold. So they're not really necessary, but if you have them, it really breathes new life into the series. And there's no Sky Stones, so Jet will be happy about that. But beyond that, when I was out and about, when I'm at work, and whenever I have time, I've been playing a ton of Bravely Default for the 3DS.
I haven't got it yet. What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Like, I actually have been playing the actual version so far, the real thing, and so far it is like 10 times better than the demo ever has been. So even if you play the demo, like, you have to play the original because it's so awesome.
Did you get all the bonuses in the demo?
Did I get all of them? I did not.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But the ones that you do get just instantly load in. So you get special items just for having the demo. And then anyone that you street past will go into your town the same way it works in the demo. So you can get all those people and just start right from there. And then there's the special bonuses you get if you beat it, which I didn't get. But beyond that, the game is a throwback to all the older Final Fantasies, like turn-based RPGs, which are my favorites. And it looks really good. The voice acting is really, really good, which is impressive for a 3DS title. Mm-hmm. And the gameplay is just so solid. I mean, there's so many smart choices. You can choose to turn off your random encounters or make them extra hard if you want to, and you can make the battles go fast. You can take 4 turns in a row if you want. The game teaches you everything from the beginning, and it doesn't hold your hand. And there's some tongue-in-cheek humor, and it's well written. So I'm having a blast. I've heard that later on the game can kind of drag, but I feel like any RPG eventually will just kind of be a little bit of a grind. But you can literally turn off grinding, so it's not like it's going to be that detrimental. So it's been great so far. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I thought the ability to turn off. I just played the demo, but I thought the ability to turn off random encounters was like ingenious.
Yes, and it's like NES Remix. Why has no one ever thought of this before? Like,
Yeah.
you might as well. And then being able to crank them back up when you're ready to do some grinding is just perfect. So this is going to be what I hope to see from other games.
I mean, I remember playing, like, a little off topic, but I remember playing through Final Fantasy VIII, and I got to this one point, and it was like I couldn't get out because of the random encounters, and it's like all I want to do is just get to the door without dying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
If I could have shut it off, it would have been so much, like, I probably spent a week or two trying to figure out how to do it. It's like, if I could have just shut them off for 3 seconds, I would have been fine,
Exactly.
So, yeah, and it worked out well.
I like job systems, like the way that they do it. You can, change whenever you want. And you kind of unlock them periodically by defeating a boss or sub-boss that is that job. So, like, there's a side quest where you defeat this thief that's stealing gold and water. And when you beat him, you can then become a thief, like, for your characters. So that's kind of neat. But what I really like is that they have this sort of, like, customizability where you can... If you're, say, a thief, you have your thief's ability, which is, like, I think it's probably steal.
Yeah, probably.
And then you can have a sub-ability from any other class that you have unlocked that sub-ability for. So you can kind of make dual classes. So your thief can also cast, like, white magic, if they also have been, a strong enough white mage. And it's pretty neat. It gives you enough flexibility to do just about everything you want and never feel like, if you're starting a new class, that you're going to be left behind. So...
Wow, so it gives you the incentive to just want to switch jobs because you don't leave anything behind. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then there's certain jobs that, like the freelancer, what you start out with, gets more powerful as you, like, max out other jobs. So, like, you can always go back to just the basics and still be even more powerful. So it's pretty cool. But full review forthcoming, so we'll see. Right now, I expect it to be pretty awesome.
How do you know how long it's probably going to take you?
I don't know how many chapters there are, but I just started chapter 3. I'm assuming there will be at least 5 just by the way the story is going. Okay. And each one so far is taking about 5 hours. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 40 hours and it might be over, but we'll see. And
which is really good for a 3DS game.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's pretty good for a solid RPG too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think I put 50 hours into Ni no Kuni.
Yeah, exactly. So. I need to move into that. We'll see. Maybe if there's a lull, I can start playing Ni no Kuni. I was in the mood for, like, an epic RPG, so it kind of made sense to play.
Yeah. It might be tough going from epic RPG to epic RPG.
Yeah, I know, it might be. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll finish BioShock.
Yeah, I was going to say, play filler in between and then...
Exactly. So, it looks like... I feel like this is updated for Jet, for his games. He has Batman Arkham Origins. I don't feel like he's talked about that yet, has he?
I'm not sure. Let's just go with no.
No. So Jet's playing that, and I guess Animal Crossing, New Leaf, and Rocksmith, and Pandemic, the board game, which is one of my favorites. Have you played that one or no?
I have not. What is Pandemic, the board game?
It's good. It's a tabletop game, and you are a group of... I think it's up to 6. I'm not sure. But you're a group of researchers and, like, doctors trying to cure 4 separate diseases that are taking over the world.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and your class has a special ability that you can utilize to, more efficiently take out the viruses. But I remember the game, and I like it because it's incredibly challenging. Like, if any one city can only hold 3 viruses, I guess you could say, so, like, 3 blocks. One block will represent, one infection of that virus. And each city can only have 3 of them. And then once they get hit with a 4th, there's an outbreak, and then every other city connecting to it gets one of those cubes. And
cool.
Like, each turn, you're placing more and more cubes just by the way the game dictates itself. And so it can get out of hand, like, really, really fast. And so I like that aspect. It's kind of a race against time, but also a lot of strategy.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's a good kind of intro board game for the hardcore, like, board game scene, because it's easy to understand, but, like, still rich and excellent to play. So it's fun. I'm sure Jet would say something similar. Well, I don't know. Yeah. He sometimes doesn't like games, so.
I'm actually, Liza and I are going over and we're going to have a board night game with him. I believe the second weekend in February. Yeah, so maybe I'll ask him to play that.
Yeah, you should.
Because we don't really know what to play. Because Liza isn't really like a tabletop game kind of person. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try. I mean, admittedly, I'm not really either. Right. I mean, aside from your, like Scrabble and Monopoly and stuff like that. But Yeah, so maybe we'll try something like that.
I would definitely recommend. That's an easy one to pick up and go. And it's one that you all play together, and it's one that you could easily get help from somebody else, and they aren't like taking away from your experience. It's still really fun. So it's cool. Anyway, we were kind of at a struggle for what to talk about for the topic of the week, but we eventually landed on the best and worst snow levels in games.
We should probably preface this with why we're talking about snow levels.
Yes.
So, well, here, you can start.
So for me, it's kind of appropriate time because here in California we're okay, but back in the Midwest where I was from, there is just buckets and buckets of snow falling for the past like 2 months, and so they're like the high degree has been below zero for the past month, and I think right now in my hometown they're sitting on about 1.5 feet of snow. And it's been ranging from 2 feet to 1.5 feet for the past month or two. So, yeah, pretty cold, pretty wet, and pretty snowy.
Yeah, and in Toronto, and if Jet was here, he'd back me up as well. It's been just awful cold. I think at one point we were at minus 29 without the wind chill. And it's been consistently, in the sort of between minus 15, minus 20. It's really awful. Like your face burns when you're walking.
Ugh.
Like just getting from point A to point B is a chore.
Yeah, I hated it. I mean, I kind of miss the snow in a sense, but I don't miss that cold. Because like I would walk and it'd be so cold I would get like nosebleeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
I wear glasses and they're metal, and so like if I'm walking and it's like really cold, the metal gets really cold, and I have to take my glasses off because it like starts freezing my eyes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, and I mean I'm 8th generation Canadian. And it's too cold for me. I'm just like, I'll just stay inside.
Yeah. So what better time to talk about snow levels in video games? Everyone's covered in snow.
Yeah, exactly.
I realized like I just actually listed the best snow levels I thought of. I didn't think of any worse snow levels.
I think some of them go hand in hand. Like
True.
Some of them are memorable, but because of the difficulty of snow levels.
Right. I feel like the snow level kind of has there's lots of games just have the requisite, this is the ice level, and it's there, and I really don't like those. Even like some of the Mario ones, like, why would you make a game that's about precision platforming, slippery? It just kind of makes me mad.
Yeah.
You gotta get
Adds to the difficulty, though.
Yeah, that's true. But those are the ones I would easily say I dislike those levels the most when I'm playing like a Mario. Even like Super Mario 3D World, the snow world, I don't like at all.
I would say a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. So when we were going over the idea for this, the first thing that came to mind, and it sticks out so much in my mind, is Metroid Prime on the GameCube. Mm-hmm. And I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Phendrana Drifts. And I don't know if that's the song or if that's the name of like the area, but it's the snow-capped like world that you go to outside.
Right.
Oh man, it is so pretty, and like the snow is so, I don't know, it gives you this atmosphere like it's cold, it's frigid, and most of all you are the only thing that is there, and it gives you the atmosphere that is so kind of creepy, but you need to explore, and it's really really fun. And you've got not to mention the music is actually really great too. But whenever like enemies pop out of the ground, it's always so like riveting yet frightening at the same time, and that is probably one of the epitomes of snow levels in my mind.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here.
Yeah,
and
it's so cool.
You see bats flying around and crystalites scavenging rock surfaces.
Yeah, exactly. And like the enemies, I think like the She-Goths are all like iced over, and like the main boss monster of that area is just these like ice crystals that form together to make this huge golem, and it's so memorable, and it's probably my favorite level of that game. And yeah, it sticks with you. So it's a really good one. And I just wish that other games could do it that way, because I think that I feel like when I associate ice worlds or snow levels, things like that, I make it in my mind feel cold and alone and barren, and Metroid Prime did a good job at capturing that feeling.
Yeah, using it not just for the novelty of snow.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. They did it right. And there's nice touches too, like Samus Aran's helmet will get like chilled and like frozen over a little bit as you get blasted with like snow in the face, and like your fire weapons will melt the ice, things like that. So it was pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I would say one of the first ones that I thought of when I thought of the topic was do you remember Shadows of the Empire for Nintendo 64?
Do I remember? It's such an amazing game.
Does anybody not remember it?
Yeah. I already know where you're going with this. It's the best level in the whole game.
It's the first level in the game.
Exactly. So you can play that and then just be over.
Basically, that's what I said. I was thinking back to it, and I was like, I remember playing the first level of the game, and then although the rest of the game was awesome, I was pretty much let down from then on because it was like you're roping AT-ATs with like the tow cable and knocking them over, and you're fighting all the AT-STs on the ground, and the world's so open, and you have this giant fighter, and you're killing things, and it was great.
I think you're talking about Hoth, and I think the legitimacy of that snow level being one of the best is proven when you see it in like 4 or 5 Star Wars games. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire has it. I want to say one of the Rogue Squadrons has it. The Star Wars arcade game has it, and it's even in like the SNES games. Oh, it's just and there's the Atari game where you're like running around, shooting the AT-ATs. It's like so perfect. It's one of the best in that game easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember when I was younger, that was Shadows of the Empire a launch game?
I don't know if it was close. I know that.
Yeah, I remember playing it relatively new, like right when it came out, and having no idea how like you could take down the AT-ATs so easily because they took so much damage, and I didn't know there was a tow cable because I was young. And then eventually, like once I figured out how to do it, I was like, "This is the most amazing game ever."
Yeah, and then you could like fly in between their legs as well instead of going around them, and
that's when you knew you were a badass when you were flying in between.
Yeah. If you could rope them by flying in between, you're doing well.
Or if you're using the tow cable and also shooting at like the probes and you get them too. Oh man.
Yeah, so awesome.
So you were playing DuckTales, so you like the Himalayas, right?
I do, and it's funny. One of the reasons that I like it so much is I played the original one as well,
right?
And I guess it's spoilers at the end of the level.
Nah,
the boss. So in the regular Nintendo game, like the old NES game rather, you fight this Yeti at the end, but the Yeti's literally like the same size as Scrooge,
right?
And he's just jumping around doing his thing. So as I get to the end of the level, I know the Yeti's coming, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And then this Yeti is just like the whole size of the screen.
He's massive.
He's gigantic, or actually, I should say, she is gigantic.
Yes.
And jumping around and doing all the thing. And I'm playing, and I'm going, this is awesome. Like this game is everything a remake should be.
Exactly.
It does all the things, like things that should have been better. It does them better, and all the things that they should have left alone, they left alone, and it works really well.
Yeah.
But you can't use your cane jump in that level very often.
Exactly.
So,
but I mean, that's what makes that level kind of fun, though. Like it's different,
exactly.
So you have a different approach.
Yeah.
You listed the Ice Palace from Link to the Past. I mean, all right, I love Link to the Past, but I'm drawing a blank at what that one is.
So the Ice Palace, well, it's basically that. It's just, and it actually leads to the point of you were saying that any level that adds slippery ice into platforming elements sucks. Well, this one basically you could slide on the ground.
Right. Is that where you had to like stop yourself at like certain points to reach a specific area?
Yeah, exactly.
Blocks? Okay.
And you had to melt the ice blocks, and then there were like, strangely, there was a lot of fire in the ice temple.
Pillars everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, like rotating fire pillars and enemies that were made of fire, and it was really strange. But and then but that was one of the most annoying parts about it was you had these like the floors that dropped out, and then the sliding floors all around them. So just like the slightest mismaneuver, and you'd be falling into a hole.
Right. Yeah, I do remember that now. Actually. Oh man, I just don't like those so much. I mean, like if it's done really well, then it's okay. But most of the time, it just feels arbitrarily placed. I actually think that the Ice Palace was actually pretty good. It's probably one of the better ones because I actually remember it and don't get mad when I think about it. But, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I guess you could almost say it's added specifically for difficulty.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, did you play Link Between Worlds?
No, I haven't played it yet.
Not yet. The Ice Palace in that one, or Ice Dungeon, is probably the most difficult dungeon in the whole game.
Does it have all the same stuff?
No, I don't think it's like slippery so much, but there's areas where like you have to navigate through these like really, really narrow ice kind of bridges.
Yeah.
And some areas will like, they shoot enemies at you or something so you can fall off. But the whole thing is very vertical. So there's like, the dungeon has like 10 floors. And it's really more so not about the ice, but about unlocking something on this floor to progress further on that floor and then going back and forth. And it was pretty cool. I do remember that one a lot because it sticks out because it was the most challenging dungeon in a game where the dungeons were all kind of easy. But yeah, it was good. Not so much an ice thing. It just had the ice motif. It wasn't really slippery or anything like that.
But, yeah, no, it's on my list of games to play through.
You got to play it. So good.
I know.
Oh, so I remember when I got the PS3, I was really excited for Uncharted, and I had actually played Uncharted 2 first. And right from the very beginning, the snow effect in that game is so cool.
I know.
And like it doesn't go away, and like I was literally just running around making like stupid circles with my like pants, and it was so cool. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I really like that effect. They did a good job.
Yeah, Uncharted, I don't know. I like that game specifically. I remember the first one's like when you walk into water and you come out and you're wet.
You're wet, yeah.
Like just things like that. And then when you're in the snow, like you're leaving footprints in the snow. If you drag something through the snow, you leave like the drag marks through the snow.
Exactly.
Yeah, and to me, like just the sort of scope of that world, like especially, you know, when it's sort of the same that you said with Metroid Prime. Like you feel like you're the only person there, and in some instances you are the only person around for quite some time.
Right.
But it just feels very like barren and sort of like hopeless and freezing, and they do the atmosphere really well in Uncharted.
Yeah, definitely. That's like what it's all about, is the atmosphere. And I remember like because that's right when the train crashes, right? When you're in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
That's okay. I think it's the first scene in the game, right?
Yeah, it's the first scene. Everyone sees it. But like when he walks by the like fire and like shields his eyes too. Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with snow. It was just really neat.
And if I remember correctly, I think you're injured at that point. Like you're actually being hindered by an injury of some sort.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you're grunting and groaning and, you know, all that stuff as well too. So.
And your toes are probably all wet.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Frostbite's probably, you know, just ripping right through you.
We skipped over Jet's one thing he mentioned for
his one contribution
was Snowboard Kids for the N64. I actually like that game. Have you played it or no?
You know what? I probably have. I don't really remember it.
Yeah. You know, even when I was playing it when I was younger, I knew it wasn't that good, but it was still just really, really fun. And SSX is probably a good one too. You just go down, you know, the mountain and kind of race and do little tricks, and it's really, really simple, but I feel like the controls were kind of clunky and the levels weren't designed too well. But beyond that, I really liked it because you could get like interesting characters, and I want to say there was like a ninja or something, and it was fun. It was a game for the 64 that, you know, it was a 64 game. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. I remember the characters being like almost Rayman-esque.
Yes, they were. They had huge faces and like bodies that were really tiny, and their eyes were like just ovals.
Yeah, I think really the only sort of image that I have from that game is just that they weren't normal-looking snowboarders.
Yeah. I remember too, when you start the title, they say like Snowboard Kids, all the characters at once, but when you turn the game on and you get there, it's like they're all kind of waiting for you when it starts, and then when the screen loads in, they say Snowboard Kids and start like undulating, and it's just really awkward looking. Yeah. You can look it up later. It's enough. They didn't really think that through. But
I'll YouTube the opening scene of that game.
And then just stop right after because you don't need anything else. I'm actually curious how Jet feels about that game.
We should ask the Paper Shredder.
What do you say, Paper Shredder?
I agree.
We're lame.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so let's see. What else I have here? Cliffhanger from Modern Warfare 2.
I've not played Modern Warfare 2.
So, Cliffhanger is one of those levels where you literally, you can't see anything as you're going through it. So, it sort of comes after a level that's just normal. So once this level starts, you get into it, you're literally in like a blinding snowstorm and you can't see anything. And all you have is it's like a thermal sort of like radar or thermal scanner on your gun.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see like not even a foot in front of you. So you're literally relying on this thermal scanner to go through the level. And you can either do it, like you can do the level, I think, without beating anybody. And I think you get an achievement for that. Like if you don't kill anybody.
Oh, nice.
But that's not my style. I just like shoot everything that moves.
Kill everyone.
Yeah. So, and then also there's like a wicked snowmobile race and like there's a whole bunch of silent things that happen. Like at one point, you get ambushed and then somebody jumps off a roof and kills the guy in front of you. And
Wow.
It's like on the whole, it's a pretty good level, but it was interesting in the Call of Duty game because I don't really remember a level before that one where you literally couldn't see anything. So
yeah,
it was just sort of a nice break to the sort of usual Call of Duty, level design.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Anything that changes it up like that is always worthwhile.
And again, plus the killer snowmobile race at the end.
Oh, right. Oh, actually, I remember that. I feel like that was a trailer or something I remember seeing a while ago.
I'm sure it was. I think it was in the trailer, so.
Oh, man. Snowmobiles.
Yeah.
So, snowmobiles reminds me of, like, racing. I really enjoyed the, it's Frappe Snowland in Mario Kart 64.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and it sticks out in my mind because there's the huge Yoshi snowman, like, in the level just on the corner. I thought it was so cool when I was younger, just driving around that. That was fun. And then that's the one where, like, the little snowmen pop up and just jack up your go-kart out of nowhere. Make me so mad. Like, when you're trying to do the 150cc, I swear they just cheat. But I like that. And there's another one in that game. I think it's Sherbert Land, where all the penguins kind of waddle around.
Yeah,
but
Sherbert Land. That
one just reminds me of the one you suggested with Cool Cool Mountain from Mario 64.
Oh my god, Cool Mountain.
So fun.
With Mama Penguin.
Yeah, did you just toss the penguin off the side when you started the level?
I mercilessly tossed penguins off that.
And then you watch him just, like, miss the side and just plummet to his unlimited falling death.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, really, like, once you did, like, the actual star quest for it, it just became more fun than anything.
Yeah, just kill the baby penguin.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's her fault anyway, right? Like, she should be keeping it.
Yeah, why are they, like, 2 miles away?
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
And that annoying sort of, like, crying
yes,
thing
it's in my mind already.
And it's not like, you pick them up and you take them to the mom because she's nearby. I mean, you pick them up and you have to waddle the entire level with this thing crying in your hands. Yeah. Jump off the side, get stuck in the snow.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I first found out about that little, like, secret teleport spot in that game, or that world. Oh, man. It was so cool. You know what I'm talking about? Where at the end of the bridge, you just wait there.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's somewhere else in the level.
Yeah.
So cool.
Good old Nintendo 64 cheats.
Cheats, exactly. You mentioned, like, the snow slide, too. That was a fun one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then, so you do the snow slide at the beginning, I think, is one of the things. And then there's that little secret thing where you go through the wall and it takes you to the bottom and it's like I don't know. But then the second time you do, you race Mama Penguin, I think.
Right, yeah, the penguin. Yeah. Yeah, for the bonus star.
She beat me so many times. I didn't feel bad throwing her kids off the mountain because she beat me so many times on the snow slide.
It justified the murder of countless baby penguins. That's funny.
That's okay. They always reappeared when I came back into the level. So,
man, when we were saying this, I was saying the N64 is like an awesome snow level goldmine because the Freeze Easy Peak and Banjo-Kazooie was really, really fun. Did you play that game or no?
I have, yeah.
Oh, so cool. And I don't know, like, it was fun, and it's the one that has the Christmas presents in it, right? Is that right? Yeah. So I thought it was cool. I just thought it was a fun way and the way that the ice worked on top of the water, and it just kind of changed up the gameplay a little bit, and it was good. I liked that one.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Banjo-Kazooie games. Yeah,
and until, the Microsoft era.
Well, yeah, but the Nintendo 64 one was fun.
Yeah, I never played the sequel.
Oh, was it Banjo-Tooie?
Banjo-Tooie, yeah, I never played it.
I think I did. I don't remember what it was like, though.
I should get it.
Well, if it wasn't memorable, maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like it's on Xbox. I should just play it. Do you remember the ice key and that whole big thing with the stop and swap?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I actually wrote into Nintendo just on an email when we first had a computer, and they responded just saying, like, oh, this is a thing we're not using, but good job finding it.
Oh, man, you're like an original beta tester.
Yeah, unintentional beta tester. I wanted it so bad, and I remember using my Game Shark to, like, collect it and being like, oh, cool, I have it now. It's this weird egg in my menu, but it didn't do anything, so...
You're like the original beta tester on a fully polished released game.
Yes, exactly.
Quote unquote.
What else are you missing? Oh yeah, Surface level from GoldenEye on the 64 as well.
Oh yeah.
One of the original games to kind of like give that atmosphere thing again, because I think it was the limitations of the 64 just made it kind of scary being out in the open, because the people like blended into the snow.
Yeah,
and so randomly you'd be getting shot and have no idea where it's coming from until I just died.
Yeah.
And then there's the second snow surface level where it's just like blood red for some odd reason. And equally scary, if not harder.
The only thing I really remember about Gold, I mean, obviously I remember a lot about GoldenEye, but one thing that sticks out in my mind about Gold is the exploding chairs.
Exploding chairs?
Yeah, when you shoot chairs.
Oh, you shoot the chairs, yeah. They
in a ball of flame. like every chair has a propane tank stuck underneath it.
And like every little like door switch also explodes with like, you know.
Everything explodes. Like everything has gasoline on it or something.
It's true.
The whole level is just sprayed with propane.
Yes. Or it'll break like it's made of glass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Off topic, did you ever see the video that guy put on YouTube where he did basically like he reenacted a real life GoldenEye?
No.
And he does it all in first person and like goes through and basically does all the stuff. And you know, Natalia, that's her name, right? Natalia, the one that you're escorting at some point. So you know how she like, you know, historically she always gets caught, or she doesn't go with you, or she gets stuck on like a doorway or something.
Yes.
So they play on that too. So like he'll go through and then he'll turn around and she'll just be walking into the wall. You just turn around, like nudge her so she moves away.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll have to find a link. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I was looking just now, and the Chill Penguin stage from Mega Man X and the 64 or the SNES, such a good one. And I think it's memorable to me because it was probably the easiest level, so I usually did it first. And I mean, there's robot bunny rabbits, and like you can get giant mechs and blow stuff up, and you get like the most useful power up in that one, which is the shoes to dash. The boots. Yeah.
You can't really go wrong with robotic bunnies.
Yeah. Or any sort of penguin. I mean, like the Mario theory. Like the penguin was awesome, so Chill Penguin is awesome. But he goes down kind of like a bee, so he's too predictable.
What else are we forgetting here? I think. Oh no. Well, I don't even know if it counts really.
There's ice in it.
There's ice, I guess, and you know it's cold.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing it out there. NHL 94. Best winter level game, because the entire game is winter level.
Why do you like this game so much?
Because it's NHL 94. Well, for one thing, the ice was a extremely weird shade of blue.
Okay.
And I don't know if you watched any. Have you been watching any of the like real life stadium games that are happening right now?
I mean, I like catch Blackhawk highlights.
So at one point, I think it was at Yankee Stadium when the Rangers were playing somebody else. They had like a side rink, I guess, where they had some other smaller games going on, and the ice was the exact same color as the NHL 94 ice.
Oh man, they knew.
It was like this. Yeah, it was like this really dark blue ice. Anyways, that's totally off topic. Well, not really, but it just what I was thinking of there as soon as I thought of it. But yeah, so I'm throwing that in the ring for one of the better winter levels / games.
I have admittedly not played NHL 94, but the first hockey game I really enjoyed was Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey on the 64 again.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one's so awesome. And then I followed that up with NHL Hits 2002. And at that point, I didn't even like hockey, but that game was just so fun. I mean, you could like pile drive people into the ground.
Yeah, it's actually funny. They redid the sort of hitting engine for this year's NHL 14, and my brother and I compare it to NHL Hits all the time because it's like you can literally just plow someone right over now. It's not so much like there's a lot more sort of ragdoll physics and like actual hitting physics, like where you hit the person. So if you hit them in the legs, they'll flip over. If you hit them in the top, they'll kind of crumple, kind of thing. Nice. But literally, I would say my hitting percentage has gone up probably 150%. Like sometimes I won't even like I'll miss a pass or miss a goal just so I can cream somebody over in the corner.
Nice.
Yeah. So we compare it to hits more often than not.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we had right now for our snow levels.
Yeah, I think we pretty much ran through that.
Yeah. Hopefully Jet has a few more, but yeah, I want to hear what you guys think too, because like usually I feel like snow levels are always kind of on the bad end, and I don't know. So hopefully there's some other good ones. I'm sure we're missing a lot.
I'm sure we are. If you know whoever's listening, if they have any ideas and want to let us know one of the levels that we missed, by all means.
Yes, of course.
Because somebody's probably listening to this going like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they missed this level.
Yeah,
it's the worst." But Yeah, I agree with you. I think that generally speaking, my memories of snow levels in video games are usually of them being more difficult than the rest of the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's your explanation of slippery equals bad.
Yes, exactly. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
But look, I mean, the list here, like, these are good games, and like they're better because they handle the snow well. They have their snowshoes on, and it's perfect. So
I'm still just kind of like racking my brain to think if there's anything we've missed or like that I forgot.
I mean, it snows in like Animal Crossing, and that's kind of cool. You can build snowmen.
Oh, Tomb Raider had a snow level in it.
Oh yeah, I haven't played that one yet.
Yeah.
Is it reminiscent of Uncharted 2?
It's very Uncharted 2-esque.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For an island that isn't supposed to snow. Spoilers. Whoops. No, it's not spoilers.
I guess there's the intro to Final Fantasy VI. You're walking on the snow with your like mechs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of memorable, but
on the cliff top?
Yep, exactly. As that awesome music is playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure like once this is over, I'm going to look back and go, oh crap, I forgot so many.
Exactly. And it's going to be something really obvious, like, oh, how do we forget Final Fantasy? Dang it.
Yeah, exactly. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, had a snow level.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that one of the exclusive ones, only on the NES?
It might have been, yeah. And I think the Simpsons arcade game had one too. And I think X-Men, the arcade game, had one too.
X-Men did, and you fought Wendigo at the very end, and you just kept saying his name over and over again.
It's like, yeah, we know your name.
Yes, exactly. Oh, God, that game is so fun.
Yeah.
Well, X-Men has Iceman.
That's true.
I mean, not in that game, but he's in Marvel vs. Capcom. So I think if we're going to justify NHL 94, I'm sure Jet will want Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in there.
Specifically for Iceman.
Yes, for Iceman. Iceman only.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes a block of ice that says Iceman and then bursts out of it. Because somehow that's possible.
Pretty much the best thing ever.
Yes.
Like, I could just make a block of ice that said Matt and just explode out of it whenever I wanted to. It'd be great.
And we're going to end on that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you have anything going on over on your end?
So my review of Tomb Raider went up on Bip Bam Pop. It would have been a little less than a week ago. So by the time of this, it'll be a couple weeks old. But it's up there if you want to read it. And I just actually, a little late to the party, but published my Game of the Year picks on Splitkick.
Gotcha.
So those are up as well. What about you?
Awesome. I didn't do any Game of the Year stuff for Splitkick, but I mean, I guess our podcast kind of summed that one up.
Yeah, I mean, basically it was just sort of a wrap-up of that.
Right. For all the not-so-cool people that don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll have reviews up on Inside Gaming for NES Remix and Dr. Luigi. I actually went to an event in San Fran yesterday and got some hands-on time there, so I'll be working on some material there for PS3 games, 3DS games, things like that. So that'll be kind of fun to write. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it right now. Looks like Jet says he's got, if this is still new, I think these are both out. So Jet Plays Super Mario 3D World is his video he's got with his Elgato game capture card. Yeah. And his Yomi review is up, because I know I saw that, which is the tabletop board game / card game that is supposed to be a video game fighter. Yeah. And I feel like he liked it, so that's pretty cool.
Well, you have to read the review to find out?
Yes, exactly. Go and check it out right now. So I guess we'll pretty much wrap it up, this Jetless episode yet again. So it also has Splitkick Play Series is going on too over at splitkick.com as well. And thank you for listening. As always, you can email us at bosscast@splitkick.com. Find us on Twitter at Maddie Lang, at Jadasicki, at Jetlandicho, and at SplitKickCom. And once again, if you have any other cool snow level recommendations or the worst ones or anything else we missed, just let us know.
I feel like we should start a Twitter account for the paper shredder.
I'll get it going right after this, actually. And we'll fill it in and tweet like, shredder. Hey, it's me this week, guys. Buzz.
Buzz.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.